feature in Danny's World that has been attempted to be added into the game for the past 2 updates, but both times have failed. Danny's World developer Clover confirms their attempts to continue trying to add this feature on. We will get to that later, but first, I wanted to go over an extremely popular but good question. To the untrained eye, if you were to look at this screen, you wouldn't notice anything off, especially if you're a traditional Danny's World fan. Nothing about this screen right now, even as I'm scrolling, seems wrong. It's not until you ask someone that's maybe never played before, do they notice something. Hold on, let me show you what I mean. Let me show you 2 specific Twisteds here, and you're gonna tell me the difference between them, okay? So here's one, and here's a different one. Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Okay, unfortunate. You know what, here, I'm gonna give you a different one, but all 3 of them are gonna have something different in common, all right? Bang! Okay, there, okay, you might be catching it a little bit now. I think you're starting to notice it, so keep in mind, the last 3 we shown had something different in common. This one is too, okay? Bang! Here's the other. Oh, wow. Just so you guys know, I am in the official Danny's World game, and just as I'm switching Twisteds, I'm getting a glitch. This is the official Danny's World, not modded, and this update has so many bugs. Literally, bug in the middle of the recording. Okay, but this Twisted had something different about it, and I think by now, you've probably spotted the difference. If you haven't yet, I'm gonna rapid fire 6 other ones. And if you don't catch it after this, well then, you gotta get your eyes checked. Boom, bop, beep, bada, boop, boop, bow. What does that one have different from it? What about this one? Did you catch it yet? Surely you have. I'm even pointing you in the right direction. I really hope you're starting to get it by now. I want you to be able to get it on your own. I want you to feel like you're Sherlock Holmes here. Come on. All right, fine. Last 2. I feel like this one can make it much more obvious. This last one is the most obvious of them all. If you haven't figured it out yet, well, I'm gonna tell you. I feel like this one really gives it away. Ladies and gentlemen, the difference between every single tune that I showed you, or rather Twisted, when they do this to Goob, that's awesome. They used to not have Iker like coming off it. That's so sick. Okay, I'm sorry. But if you missed it, it's okay. It has to do with all the Twisted's eyeballs, or rather their pupils. They're so different. Like some Twisteds have such a unique eyeball. Like a lot of them share it with each other. It seems to be a common consensus, but when you break it down, here is the different eye demographics and different eyes that tunes have based on, well, what their eyes look like. And you can see there's categories, right? Where there's 6 different Twisteds that all have their own individual eyeball. So, me personally, I originally didn't think that there was any connection between the eyeballs. But then I'm like, but why would so many have the same type? Like, why would they not all just have a different one? Or why would they all not majorly just have this eyeball? I think there might be some type of connection between the eyeballs. So naturally, I'm gonna look at other people's theories. The only thing that I noticed is V's eyes is maybe a reference to her passive and active abilities. V's active is to see the Twisted aura, and her passive is to see the machine aura, like a radar. And Twisted V's eyes look like a radar. Okay, agreed. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say that Twisted V's eyes definitely looks like a radar going off in a circle, but that's only one. I mean, I don't know why no one's talking about how Blotz kind of looks like an Iker pool, but what does that have to do with the rest of them? Other than the Twisted with line pupils being completely rabid, I don't think it has any meaning, which is what I thought until I came across this. Because this is a conversation that's been talked about a lot and actually got really popular on Twitter. As you can see here, Jackie asked, I wonder if the Twisted eyes mean anything. Do they correlate back to the Twisted's personalities and how they feel? And the top theorist on the case, Jackie, says, there's little to no consistency in their pupils, so they probably mean nothing. But I like to think that this means Shrimpo feels remorse in his Twisted form. He has the same eyes as the other crying tunes. So, you know, that's a fair assessment that those eyes mean remorse. And after some more deep research, Jackie came to the conclusion that there is some consistency, but it's really hard to tell if they're just coincidental or done on purpose. And the most common eye, or not most common, but the eye that probably goes to aggressive Twisteds, they all share descriptions about the urge to chase tunes. See, like, this is all insight. So all of these Twisteds have dialogue that mean that, especially dads, but that make it seem like they are extremely aggressive. But we now have the official, the most feasible, most critical, most plausible theory for the eyes ever. Like, this is the only one that could probably make any sense. So, starting out with the bigger pupils, for example, Pebbles and Cole, it means their loyalty. The top comment is, I'd argue the best way to describe Twisted Gigi would be greed. I think people are just trying so hard to connect it to the 7 deadly sins. Oh, wait. But he's saying that in their normal life, like in their toon life, they're loyal to their owners. Oh, wait. True. And Shelly and Bobette have envy. Do we think that, like, looking at this, right, these guys all have the same eyeballs, so he thinks that everything with these eyeballs have envy. Interesting. The ones on the far left are aggressiveness, so all these toons are aggressive. Yeah, no, that's true. I would say so. The ones that kind of have these slit eyeballs are bloodthirsty, which could be because, for example, like Scraps attacks with her whip and Fen literally makes you go slower, so it's easier for him to catch up with. It's like almost the most desperate to get you, right? So naturally, they might just be the most bloodthirsty. But does it make sense for Brusha? Maybe, because of her past life. This is a really interesting. Hopefully you guys, as you're listening to this, you're like nodding your head going like, yeah, wait, no, he's got a point. And they think these eyes mean they're remorse/depressed, which I think is true. And then like Connie's, or not Connie's, why did I say? Gigi's is just like a freaking wild card. Probably, realistically, like the top comment said, greed. I could see that. And if you guys ever do my eyeballs, it looks like this is your best one. Sprout and Glisten fall under the scared and hopeless category. So this is the best that we have came up with as far as eyeballs go, but please do drop down in the comments. Let me know your theory about this, because it's a really interesting one. Are we thinking these eyeballs mean anything, or are we gonna lock in that they don't and it's coincidental? I want to believe that they mean something, so until more gets revealed, I'm gonna keep telling myself that. Very swiftly going on, like I said in the intro, you guys knew that this was coming. We got a little tease towards what's coming to Danny's World. And also, in the intro, I kind of capped on a stack, because I said this update failed in 2 updates. Like, they tried it and it failed. It only failed once. For the most recent update, they just decided to give up on it and focus on other things for that update. But I can only assume that this next update, the Halloween update, they're finally going to roll out matchmaking. But I don't think it's coming anytime soon, considering how many bugs are currently in Danny's World. Like, I literally just had a bug recording this video. And for those of you that are wondering what this feature / update I'm talking about may be, it's the elevator feature, the elevator join feature. The feature that was supposed to be in the game, that when you go to an elevator to join a game, as soon as you jump in, you should have the ability or feature or a little button that says join lobby, which means you don't have to wait for 8 people to gather up in the public menu anymore. Quell said, hey guys, just need some help doing a small open test on matchmaking. If you join this experience, it's not the main game, and do what the red text box says, that would be very helpful. Fully optional, but I appreciate any help. And someone else also said, guys, my ear's bleeding because of the Pebbles footsteps. Quell took the time to say that got fixed a bit ago. So the video that I made yesterday, apparently completely already invalid. It already got fixed. So, hey, Trippers, you and me can say we did something. Shout out to Trippers. But Quell said, closing the instance test. Thank you to all those who helped. We got some good data from it, very helpful, but didn't say anything about it potentially coming out. But apparently, wait, never mind, because to this comment, Marbles replied and said, no, it didn't. And then Quell replied, oh, I might be thinking of another bug, possibly. My apologies, which is crazy. There's so many bugs that the developer might not know which one got fixed. Which, I'm not trying to throw shade. That definitely sounded like me throwing shade. I'm totally not. I'm just saying more so taking accountability. That's all. And the last thing that quote says before hopping off is, I'm glad the matchmaking stuff worked, but I hope the matchmaking will be more precise, like accounting highest floors so that it doesn't just get glorified public server thing. And Quell said, it will account player data. It will account player data. But that is like an actual freaking nuke to just drop on me right at the end of this video. What do you mean it's gonna account for player data? What data? What data? Are all noobs gonna be forced together? Are pro runs gonna actually be pro runs? Time played? Are you gonna mix it together and randomize it based on to make sure the noob gets plays with at least someone that knows what they're doing? Wait, what does that mean? Extremely confusing stuff, and honestly almost a little bit jarring. What is it gonna incorporate? How many skins you own, how many items you've picked up, the total amount of floors that you've survived? I don't know, but it's pretty fun to think about. So with that being said, comment down below your theories on the eyeballs, and pretty fun video coming out tomorrow. So hope you guys are looking forward to it. All right, I'll see you next time. Later.